is questioned by detectives again today.
This case involves a possible kidnapping. Deputies say suspicious text messages led them to a South Valley home, and Garner was there. News 13's Crystal Gutierrez is in the Newsplex with more.
And Jessica, detectives are still trying to figure out if a crime was committed, but they say at some point drugs were involved. Garner is not supposed to be around that kind of stuff.
He's tied to an incident. He's tied to an incident that is suspicious. We are investigating it.
Detectives say once again, Kevin Garner, Albuquerque's busiest criminal, has found trouble again. He was one of 3 people questioned this morning in a possible kidnapping case surrounding this South Valley house. Deputies were conducting a welfare check after the family of a woman said she was inside and in trouble.
They had received text messages suggesting that their daughter had in some way been either kidnapped or was being held in a way that was threatening to her safety.
Detectives say the woman was inside, unconscious, and high on meth. She was rushed to Presbyterian Hospital.
Now, the questions are for the detectives, how were those drugs consumed? Were they forced upon the victim?
Investigators don't know the answer to that yet, but do know 3 other people were inside the house with her. One was Garner. He told detectives he was just hanging out.
Dropped off by friends, those sorts of things.
Garner has not been charged, but his troubles may not be over. Last month, the district court judge gave him strict orders he is not to be around drugs or alcohol. While deputies say drugs were not found on Garner, they say at some point he may have been around meth.
The unconsciousness was related to drugs and drug consumption.
Garner has told us he thinks he's been targeted by law enforcement. Deputies disagree.
If they label you as a career criminal, then when you get pulled over, you get treated as a career criminal.
We are not targeting Mr. Garner. In fact, just last night, I would point out that we were summoned to that home with no idea that Mr. Garner was there.
Well, Captain Mercantile says deputies are still doing interviews and trying to gather more evidence. Detectives are already in touch with the district attorney's office. Back to you.
Okay, Crystal, Garner has been arrested for everything from drug dealing and child abuse to assault and car theft. He just bonded out of jail 2 weeks ago after he was arrested with meth while awaiting trial for dealing meth.